And I'm here with Kevin Bordeaux. Got to get the little Cajun inflection on it. He's at the senior pastor at Thrive Church.
Yeah.
Church with multiple campuses. The mother church, I guess, location is in Richmond, Virginia. So Kevin's going to tell us about something they do with their dream team. Most of you meet with your, hopefully you meet with your volunteers right before Sunday service for prayer. If they do something unique with communion, I want you to hear about it. Then we're going to talk about another topic as well. So Kevin, tell us what you do with your dream team, how often, and what it looks like, what it feels like.
Yeah, so our Dream Team rally, we meet every Sunday morning before church, and it really is a time to deposit into them. So every Sundays will be different. There's different things. Sometimes it's worship together. Sometimes it's just stories. But what we do that's really neat is we actually serve communion to them. So that means they walk up to people who have the body and the blood, and they say, "Body of Christ broken for you, His blood shed for you," and they bless them with communion. And we do that personally for all of our volunteers because a lot of times they're serving, don't get a chance to do it, and that personal touch to them is really, we can't do it for our whole church. So we were doing that when we were smaller. We decided if we can't do it for our church, let's do it for at least our volunteers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's once a month. How long does that take? How long is your dream team meeting each Sunday?
Our dream team rally is 10 minutes.
So real quick in and out.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm sure that really makes them feel like they matter.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, another thing I know Kevin's dealt with that I had to navigate when I was a senior pastor. Let's talk about this a second. When you're a senior pastor, you're called to minister to those that are hurting.
Yeah.
But if you're hurting, how do you navigate that? For me, it was physical. But I know you've walked through some. The only thing I don't call them is the valley of shadow of death. Things are dying, and it's just hard. How do you navigate that as you're trying to help others?
Yeah. So that's a great question. I think the biggest thing for me, and what I went through something last year was very, very difficult. Number one, I had a great therapist.
Yeah.
So I saw the Christian therapist. He's been through a lot too. He helped me. Number two, I had a spiritual mentor that I met with. Number three, I had really good friends around me. A few really good friends. And then I think the other thing too is the congregation began to minister to me, and I had to receive. A lot of times we give, and we value ourselves for what we can give our congregation, our leadership, our sermons.
Yeah.
And I brought nothing to the table for them in that season. I was like, hey, I'm actually going to bring you something that it's not great for anybody. And they began to minister to me and help me. And I think while those were very important, at the end of the day, I stayed close to Jesus, journaling and praying and just hearing God through the whole season that I went through. That helped me out some.
Yeah, I think, man, for me too, I think a couple things was that relationship. You got to be real intentional about having good relationships outside when you're going through something, that safety net, if you will.
Yeah.
I think we got to take the stigma off of therapists for ministers. We all need a counselor in our life. And then I think there's something that happens when the flock sees their shepherd hurt. I don't even know how to articulate this, but something happens, and you're close to your flock. I hit before that, but when they see you hurting and then realize you're real, they're attached.
Yeah.
There's when they see the pastor hurting and still making it through. When they I don't know what it is, they rally, and when they do, there's this loyalty and connection.
And I'll tell you the language that really has changed for me. I don't have a congregation anymore.
Right.
I have a community.
There you go.
I belong to a community. I don't lead a congregation.
Yeah.
Big difference. And you only know that when you go through those trials and they come alongside of you.
Yeah, I think, I was trained in military environment where the leader's not supposed to show that they hurt.
Yeah.
And you got to be perfect. But this is better. It's not, I don't want to wear them out all the time with my concerns and worries, but at the same time, they got to know you're real.
That's right.
So, well, man, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're on the other side of it. Still working through it.
Thank you.
God bless you. Thanks for being your kid.
Thank you.